Hey, I got a Yahoo here. I'd love to read. It's from Ava Willard. Sorry again if I mispronounced that. It's from an anonymous Yahoo Answers user. I'm going to call Sperling, who asks, is there a place where I can make my own sandwich? Not the house, because if you say the house, you're as funny as every Yahoo Answers user on this page. Travis, go ahead and say what you're going to say. No, go ahead and say what you're going to say, please.
No, I was going to say, I assume you mean like a restaurant.
Yes, a restaurant where you can go and grab what you want. Nobody else has to touch it. I have eaten at Subway maybe twice since the day that I saw somebody cut their hand open while making me a sandwich. I saw that and I said, I don't think I can come here as often as I do. This person wants a place where they want a place where they're in control. They want a Dougway for Dougs to get together and make their own damn sandwiches.
Where they can be the sandwich artist.
Exactly. Let me be the sandwiches like a paint by numbers place, like a wine and paint place. Just let me grab the meat with my own hand.
My initial instinct to this was to say no. There are no restaurants where you can make your own sandwich. And then it occurred to me, I've never asked. Yeah. You know, I think if I'm like, hey, just leave the pile-ins there on the bar and let me take a spin on this one. I'm something of I'm an outsider sandwich artist, and I feel like I got a new style that I could bring to it.
I'm the E.E. Cummings of sandwich artistry.
When I was in high school, I was shown in a science class the film The Andromeda Strain, the Michael Crichton adaptation, The Andromeda Strain. And there's a lot from that movie that's very, it's a good flick, a lot of stuff that still stands out in my mind from that one time I watched it, 13 years ago. And there's the thing that sticks out the most is when they're going into the compound where they're going to study this virus that's ravaging the world, they have to pass through this chamber. And they walk through this, fluid that covers their legs, and then there are these bright lights that flash them with this super bright, hot burst of heat that hits them very, very fast and hot, and it burns off the top layer of their skin just instantly and painlessly so that they're fully clean. And I'm going to need one of those in the entrance to every Dougway if we're going to be handling big piles of lunch meats together. I'm going to need everybody to lose a layer and then go on. They'll have to be nude, and they lose a layer of the skin, and then you get your clothes back. And this is what the sandwich artists will be doing, is they'll be facilitating this process so we don't lose any jobs.
I like that part. As a concerned citizen, I love that we're not losing any American jobs.
My favorite part is when we burn all the skin off so I don't have to touch anybody else's sin. I don't have to, somebody just came from their secret basement bathroom. I don't want to be the next one to make a roast beef. You know what I mean? Can we get a vending machine, some sort of, or individually wrapped sort of slices? Maybe there's other solutions other than burning all the skin.
Here's the thing. I was going to give this a hard time of just make it at home. But I know, Griffin, I know. But then I also realized that there are restaurants that you go to where you buy an uncooked pizza to take it home and make it yourself.
That's right. We discovered this territory.
So this has to exist of here's the bread. Here is different forms of greens. Here is some meat options. And we'll look the other way.
It's just the one you've made the most already of. Did that sentence get across the point I wanted?
I'm not sure.
A sandwich is, of all the things you've made for yourself already of, sandwich is number one for sure. If I go to a Korean barbecue place, it's exciting for me. I'm preparing my own sort of meal experience, and it's exciting for me because I don't make Korean barbecue all the time. I'm still throwing down 3-4 sandwiches a week. And so I don't know that it's exciting for me to do this. And maybe it's a bad idea. I know we don't usually put those up. Usually we're just putting up solid gold basketball shots, but this one seems like it may actually be quite bad.
I will say, I'm afraid to Dagwood at home.
Oh, God, that's what it is.
But I could Dagwood somewhere where people might be like, I'm impressed, right? And that's why I could see this being can you make a sandwich we've never seen before? Get your name on the wall, with a photograph, that kind of thing I'd be down with.
There's some dissonance there. If I see the Orange Cat Garfield or Travis's friend Dagwood make a tall sandwich and then eat it. Every time I see one of those on the printed page of my Sunday Funnies, I think, damn, that looks good. If I was confronted with a 9-inch tall or bigger, a 14-inch tall ham sandwich that was just piles of meat, I would see that and say, that seems quite unappetizing. That seems like a lot of ham to get through.
The thing that's always bothered me about those cartoon strip sandwiches, by the way, there's always like a chicken leg or something on there, and there's a bone in
There is a bone in that. I can't chomp through that. Maybe Garfield came with his powerful jaws.
What are you thinking? And there's always like a toothpick with an olive on top.
Yeah.
You can't eat that toothpick. That's going to hurt your intestines.
Not for cats.
For sure. Yeah,
Not
Justin.
for cats.
Justin, you like sandwich?
Yeah, I love a good I love a good sandwich. I'm pretty much kind of just a meat and potatoes sort of guy.
All right.
Put
I
meat and
just kind of
potatoes
felt,
on your sandwich?
I just kind of felt like you were letting me and Trav handle most of the legwork on this one. I thought maybe you don't like a sandwich.
I wrote like a third of the show earlier, so I was kind of
I heard that bit. I heard that
coasting.
bit.
I was just
Yeah.
coasting a little bit.
Can you maybe say like one, like contribute? Maybe like help, like build the bit like with one.
I got a
idea.
bit.
So like,
Yeah, I got a bit
if you weren't
down.
paying attention, I suggested like we burn everyone's skin off who goes in. Travis was like, we can make tall sandwiches. So if you want to like get a hand on the ball, what would it sound?
Yeah, I got a bit that I've been working on.
Okay. All right.
It's
Do you
right.
need me kind of lead up to it?
Yeah, but just say like I'll be like, give me the rock, and Travis, you say like, here's the rock. Okay.
Okay.
Give me the rock.
Oh, here's the rock.
Thanks for listening to our show this week. We hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Oh.
This is the end of the show.